How are we all going today? How are we all going? Hopefully, everyone is having an amazing day. Let me just get this bad boy ready to rock and roll. So, this is something that's really close to my heart, and as everyone's getting on, I'm just going to give everyone a little bit of an understanding when we talk about mental health. This is something that I'm seeing too much of today, in interactions with people and so on and so forth. Hey, everyone, good to get everybody on. And what I'm seeing is people are still flourishing, people are still in pain, people are still not living at their full potential. There are so many people that I see that are walking around in pain, dealing with anxiety, dealing with panic attacks, dealing with depression, dealing with so many of these mental challenges and all these things that are happening. And we seem to think that we're doing something about it by having a post and having 1,000 views on there or 1,000,000 views, and people just going back and forth and just discussing their problems. My problem, my problem. You're staying associated in the problem. People are walking away by taking maybe a Valium or a Xanax or an antidepressant, and it's a quick fix. Or you think by getting your problem off your chest, all you're doing is you're staying in the problem and you're reconcreting it or recertifying that in your subconscious. So you're programming yourself to do the problem better, to focus on the problem. Hey, Joshua, Ante, Rob, and Kelly. So this is a big challenge right now. It's an epidemic. Because I deal with men, I deal with ladies, I deal with so many people that are dealing with this every day, and they're going in circles, and they're getting worse, and people are starting to take their lives. Growing a mustache, doing push-ups, all it tells you that we have a problem. How the F is it fixing it? It is not fixing it. Christy, good to have you on. Thank you for the share. So this post is going out to the world. You need to get it out to the world, because the thing is, there are so many people. Out of 5 people we know, out of our close friends, I can kid you not, that 4 of these people are suffering from some sort of mental resistance, some sort of mental challenge. Depression, bipolar, whatever they call it. Anxiety, and this is not right. By talking about it or getting a pill to smother it, it doesn't change your conditioning. It doesn't change your subconscious, yeah? So you need to reprogram this. So what I'm finding is that we're putting out these posts, we're putting out these awarenesses, and it's a band-aid. This stuff is a band-aid. And what I'm going to say is, you don't need to be a psychologist for this stuff. A psychologist learns as a textbook. But when you're in the trenches, when you're around real people, when you're a real person yourself, what you're discovering is that this is what's happening, people. I've discovered that. Yeah, I've known what's taken me out. Everyone goes through life challenges, and I know what keeps people safe. And you see people, what works with them and what doesn't. People seeing counselors. Do you know what's happening? That doesn't change anything. They tell me what the counselor says. The counselor sits them down and says, I want you to talk and focus and stay on your problem, and I want you just to keep being in that problem. So what does that tell me? So, okay, just tell me what's going on. You don't get things off your chest. You don't sit there and just keep, well, I've got this, and my wife and someone left me and I'm no good and rah, rah, rah. That's you talking yourself out of existence, talking yourself into death. That's what you're doing. You don't sit there and focus on that, and hey, how you going, Leroy, Matisse? And this is a massive problem right now, and it's an epidemic, because people are coming through. They're actually thinking that growing a mustache, doing push-ups is actually saving people's lives. You're bringing awareness. Where's the solution? Okay, there's people killing themselves. Let's just do nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's fucking ridiculous. Okay, let's bring awareness. Let's grow Movember and let's do some push-ups. Then let's do this. So bringing awareness by fucking doing shit all about actually making it. Making a change. You have to change a person's their subconscious, by reconditioning, putting them in accountability, making them concentrate and focus on the right things, putting their mind in the correct manifestation, focusing on success priming, focusing on what they want, not what they don't. Focusing on what you want, not that you don't have, yeah? What happens is that's what we do at Beast Mode, not even with Beast Mode, but we focus on our life. We focus on our dreams, which become a goal because we put a plan into place. We focus on being happy. We focus on the correct energy. We focus on the right emotions. Emotions aren't real, but we focus on the emotions which we're being conditioned from to move us forward. So growing a mo, doing push-ups, talking and having a post with 1 million because some rapper goes, well, I'm drug affected, and everyone's saying, oh, that's okay, it's good to get it off your chest. But you see him and he's still on drugs, and he's putting out to people it's okay to be less than anything else. So what I'm going to say to everyone is, and I'm going to really bite my tongue, is, and then what are we doing? What are we doing? I have any anxiety, I have panic attacks, and I have the dearest concern. There you go. There you go, Kelly. Like what I'm telling you all about, like I said in the video, this is a disclaimer. It's not right or wrong, true or false, black or white or up and down. What I'm going to give you advice about, it's a recommendation of what saved my life, what is helping hundreds and thousands of people that I've been advising and they've been helping, so on and so forth, and creating a ripple effect, is real results, is real people, what's worked. It's not for everybody, but 99% of the people that have been involved, it has changed their life. So I get on these sites and they talk about, mindset, and they talk about whatever, and they talk about, okay, and everyone's just putting out their problems, focusing on what is holding them back. And most of the time, this stuff isn't even holding them back, but they create this facade, they create this molehill, and it is just crazy. Then I speak to people, generalize, go out and socialize, and there's so many people in pain. There's so many people that don't believe in themselves. There are so many people that suffer from anxiety, so-called depression. I was having this conversation. I wasn't having an argument with the doctor, and he was telling me about, I remember when I went in there 5 years ago, and I'm back in Melbourne, and I went and to a doctor, and he was there, and I said to him, 5 years ago when so-and-so, they, gave me antidepressants, the rest of it, I said, you know what, do you believe that depression exists? And he says, well, blah. I said, but is there a test for it? He goes, no. So he goes, so if someone gives them feedback, and then they're going to talk about, well, hold on a second, because of this, maybe that, and maybe this, and all around about that, you've got depression. So then you think you have a problem. Then because the doctor tells you have a problem, then you have a bigger problem because he's an authority figure, and what he says you believe. So when you walk in there, he goes, what's the problem I can fix today? Or, how can I help you? What's your sickness? He's straight away programming you that you have a sickness. So what's pretty crazy at the moment in the world, that we're giving in and just living this life because we think that it's okay. We think that, okay, let's just talk about our issues. Let's get it off our chest. Yes, that's the first step. It's the first step is to make that communication. Second step, be in the right environment where you can recondition. You recondition your subcon. When I say subcon, it's your subconscious, yeah? That is your programming. You can't want to be someone else if you've got the wrong programming. You can't want to do something else if you've got the wrong programming, yeah? Making sense? So, okay, I'm going to give you an antidepressant, I'm going to give you a Valium, or give you a Xanax, and that's going to calm you down. So that's not going to make you erratic, and you're not going to go and search for the solution because you're going to be dumbed down. Yeah? Oh, I'm not feeling pain, so I'm going to dumb that down. And that's even what's happening with some clients that are even not in mental health. They come to me because their wives have left them. They come to me because they're hating their lives. And then because maybe they get a phone call or, whatever happens, they have a good weekend, and they're like, you know what, I'm healed. I don't need to be fixed anymore. I'm like, hold on a second. It's like panning for gold. When life gets hard, all this shit's going to come to the top, man. And when the shit comes to the top, that's when you're going to go, well, I need your help. You can't expect that you're not healed because your feelings are smothering your programming. Think of this. When your feelings, because you're concentrating on something else, it is smothering your programming. When people are going through a significant emotional event, they will focus on work. They will get busy. They'll go to the gym. But the problem with that is you are just occupying your mind, and you're occupying it with a feeling, which is a band-aid, which what happens in that, you're smothering your programming. You need to change your programming because it's always there. When life gets hard, your hands come down, life's going to give you one, and that's your programming. You can't expect to have different results that have the same programming. And if you ask, how do you change your programming? You change your programming. Hey, everyone that's getting on, I'm just going to stay in flow. You change your programming by constantly focusing and reconditioning, unprogramming your old programming and programming your new programming, which is your new life, is your new energy, your new force, the new identity, the new character. That's what you need to do every day. Not, well, you know what, today's really bad, my missus has left me, so on and so forth. Joshua, you should write a book on this. I was going to say, man, that's you read my mind. I'm actually in the process of that, bro. So awesome stuff. You're a champion. I think we're energetically aligned right there. So what happens is you will want to do something else, but if you've got the bad programming, life will come and smack you in the ass and you'll fall back down. Then you'll say, look, I need help. And guess what? Most of the time, that opportunity's blown you by. Or people think, well, you know what, my wife left me, but now we're back together again, so things are okay. Now, hold on a second. If you're having problems and you're staying the same person, that's going to arise again. So if you've got anger and then you don't fix the programming, that's going to rise again. So you're going to be doing these loops. But at the moment, what happens is your feelings will smother your programming, and they will take your attention because you're busy, you're going to the gym, you're doing this, or you've got a new partner, or whatever's going on, and you're being busy because you're not connecting to your old programming. So people, what I'm going to say to you right now, talking about your problems doesn't fix them. That's the first step to saying, well, look, I need some help. But then it goes on to reconditioning. Yes, don't keep your problems in here because you start building up, negative thought, negative thought, negative thought, negative thought, and it keeps pushing you down. That's when they say depression, negative spiral, because if you're in a bad situation, you're going to pick bad things from everywhere else. You become a magnet for shit. You become a magnet for negative because you're hating your life. Everything's working out. Whatever you're seeing, it's crumbling. You're making whatever's supposed to be great. You're destroying it. Self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, all that stuff, yeah? So, of course, the first step is to communicate, is to speak to the right people, but then you need to be put in an accountability. You need to be put in a momentum tunnel where you're constantly focusing on what you want in your life with the correct energy, with the correct advice, in the right environment, that it's going to constantly keep you slowly undoing the old programming. And it doesn't happen overnight. But you don't think, well, you know what, I better do this now, and I'm going to take my foot off the accelerator, and everything's okay, so I'm going to go out on the weekend, take lots of drugs with the boys, and have some drinks. Boom, the next Monday you come down, like a lot of people have today, coming down off their head. Oh, and they're getting on the phone and the rest of that. I've seen that. I've done it myself. So what I'm saying, people, it's not out of a textbook. This is something that I've lived, and I've fallen, and I've risen, fallen, risen, which has kept me, in a good understanding to say, don't go down this path, it's going to burn. Don't go down there, there's a hole. Yeah? And a lot of people that I'm coming into contact with are having the same issues, are doing the same repetitive problems. So what's going crazy is that I see this post that's got 1 million likes, 1 million views, and all these comments, and no one's giving solutions. Everyone is talking about their problem because, yes, okay, that's great, get it out there. But it's not something that you can accept. What is the next? Okay, my life's fucked. I'm a loser. You know what? I tried to kill myself the other week. I've been on ice all weekend, and I've been taking lots of drugs, and I'm a hooker, and I'm this, I'm that. I cheated on my fucking husband, whatever. Okay, you've admitted that, then what's next? Then what's next? How are you going to recondition yourself? How are you going to be able to move yourself, yeah? Joanne goes, I love this topic. When the doctor diagnosed that I had depression for a few years ago, he prescribed me with antidepressants. I was driving home with these pills in the passenger seat, and I took the first pill, and my head was telling me what was wrong with these pills the next 2 days. Then on my third day, I threw up all the way saying I'm stronger than this. I'm feeling blessed with a strong, great mind. Letdowns are very lonely moments, come no matter what, but always remember they come and they go, remaining mentally strong. Awesome stuff. Love it. We want more attention, then that's our problem. That's awesome. And we need to speak. We need to speak in person about some of this stuff. So, it's hot. It's a hot topic. That's why, yeah. So, I feel like I'm in Bali. It's got the humidity. It just rained outside. So, something that is huge as well is self-belief. Self-belief. The majority of people are walking around way below their potential. And the reason why because they haven't been put in an environment that grows, that flourishes their potential. They're always suppressed. Always suppressed. You're no good. Don't do this. Eat at this time. Wear that. Blah, blah, blah. People putting you down. People challenging you. This is not normal. Oh, it's the working environment. It's whatever. Bullshit. The corporate scene. Well, you've got people that are challenging, that are being disrespectful. That is prison. And you're getting paid for it, yeah? This is something that we need to wake up to, because guess what? The mustache, the push-ups, the awareness, the pills, the doctors, the counselors aren't fucking doing anything for this. I have close friends that are committing suicide. I have people that I have saved being in my environment, strangers all over the world that have reached out. So many things have happened. Here we got, boom. So we have so many things that have happened that people are reaching out and say, Lee, you've helped me, Lee, your videos. And so that's why I do it. I do it because if I am reaching anybody and I'm saving anybody's life, I'm doing my job. Yeah, because I know when there's no one there and someone they think they're giving you the right advice, but they're not giving you the right advice. And I know when you're down and you're by yourself and you're in a dark place and you feel like the world's crumbling around you. I know that. Yeah, I'm going through a challenge myself, but I tell you that being in the right environment, by doing what you do, you keep yourself sane, you keep yourself happy because you're reprogramming a new you, not focusing on fucking bullshit, not getting busy doing nothing, but it actually isn't changing you. Like a lot of people go, you see these breakups and they get busy of doing work, but you know what? You can see in their eyes, they aren't happy. You can see their heart is broken. You can see the false facade that they're getting busy doing all this stuff. Look at me, show bag. But you can see in their eyes that their heart is broken. You can see this. You can see people going around. You can see people listening to their families. Unfortunately, their families aren't experts. You can see people that are trying, people would give them advice because they are wanting to help and they're trying to help. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, our parents aren't experts about this. Unfortunately, broke Uncle Bob can't give us advice about finances, but he'll try anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll try to put that in perspective because, okay, I'm going to say something, but he's on Centrelink. And that's an understanding of so many people out here, like they will want to talk about their advice. They want to be able to move forward. Cam, how you doing, man? Good to have everyone on. The energy you put out the thoughts of the manifested universe, that is sure. The positive, surround yourself with the right people. Nothing happens overnight. It takes consistent listening, reading, associating, pushing to change it. And that's exactly right. Kia ora, Chase. How are you, man? Good to have you on. Good conversation before. So look, this is not a game. This is not a fucking game. If I could reach through the screen and shake you guys and say, hey, this is not a game. And I'm fucking passionate about this. The reason why I'm so passionate about this, because we don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time to fucking sit around and play around and just live an average existence. But most importantly, there's people that are getting that bad, that are killing themselves, that are taking their lives, that are doing stupid things, that harm themselves, that are taking drugs to smother their pain. And I'm sure we know these people or know a person of this. And maybe we've gone through it ourselves. I know I have. Do you know what I'm saying? I know I have. I'm going through my second massive chapter in my life right now. And I tell you what, I am so fucking pumped and I'm so focused and I'm so driven and I'm so energetic right now. If that happened to me 5 years ago of having a breakup, because I don't want to be in that relationship because I'm over the fame and the fake shit. So I would not be where I am now. I am even more in pump, and that gives me even more power and confidence than what I'm doing. And I teach this stuff. I've been studying it for 5 years. And now that I'm doing it every day, it's kept me on the right path. It's kept me safe. It's kept me moving forward. So you know what, people? We need to get this message out to everyone. None of this growing a mode, doing push-ups, fucking go and seeing a counselor. And the people that are reaching out, if you're reaching out, what I'm going to say to you is you don't have time. So if you're going to reach out and you want to make a change, you need to be in a sustainable, constant accountability, which is going to reprogram your subconscious. You need to be in the right environment where people are giving you the right energy every day. You need to be accountable. You need to be functioning at your best ability. You need to be having a smile on your face and you need to be pushing. But what happens is that people will go there and they'll go and see a psychologist, and the psychologist will say, well, you know what? If you're feeling down, you should go outside and you should walk around in the park. And if you're feeling this, and take this antidepressant, and do that, and maybe have a chamomile tea. Really? And you think that fucking changes? Rob goes, like I said to you before, I love your practice and practice what you preach. And that's it, Rob. Man, you've been there. You've been in the trenches with me. You just came back from the last retreat. You know what everyone's going through right now. So, what happens is people don't want to say anything because they think other people will be looking down at them. People don't want to, I don't want to open up because people might think that I've got a sickness, or people might think that there's something wrong with me. When there's something wrong with you is when you're not opening your mouth, when you're not getting contact. Because what you do is you're building this false facade, negative energy, negative thoughts. You're looking at everything and you become a magnet to negativity. You become a magnet to shit. And everything's bad, everything gets hard because that's what you're used to. And you start layering that. That's when people say depression, but can a depressed person be happy? Yes. So depression means you're in a constant state of depression. Yes. So then how can you be depressed? Is there a test out there that clinically proves you to have depression? No, there isn't. Oh, it's a chemical imbalancement. No, it fucking isn't. What, a bit of serotonin, your neuroephedrine? Oh, okay, that goes up and down. But you aren't clinically proven with depression. Bipolar, Bipolar is some person that has an extreme off and on switch. Yeah, they just need to control their energy. They need to control their emotions. That's all it is. Don't bipolar up and down. That's just because their mind is switching for positive and negative very quickly. And these people are extremely with their feelings. It's just like negative or positive. And that was me. I can switch into negative or I can go positive very quickly. Now I can control that. I don't have bipolar. It's just, do you know what I'm saying? So these things you just need to be very mindful of. You need to be very mindful of. But if we focus out here on the problem, and if we take drugs that smother the problem, we aren't focusing on the solution. People say, well, keep your mind busy. Okay, so here's the problem. It's growing. The roots are growing. The cancer's growing, but we're focusing over here, so we're not focusing on the pain. Yeah, like I said, so many men, there are so many breakups happening right now. Then one of the other epidemics is breakups, marriages, friendships, fucking whatever. There is so much bullshit going on at the moment with all these breakups. So many men have contacted me saying, hey, and women, I've had a breakup. I'm about to fucking do something crazy. Rah, rah, rah. All this stuff's going on, yeah? So with this in perspective, then all of a sudden they reach out. Then the pain goes away. You know what, Lee? No, I don't think I want this, man. You know, it's coming to Christmas and I need to buy some nice stuff. I'm going to buy some new wheels for my car. And, you know, I was going to buy this new stereo, dude. And yeah, I don't know about it. I don't want to spend that money. Really, man? Are you fucking kidding me? So what I'm going to say to you is, so while you haven't learned this, if you're aggressive, if you aren't a provider, if you're feminine as a man, if you can't fucking provide for your woman mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, and then when are you going to learn from it? So are you going to just go boop and then you're solved? You're going to bring that into your next relationship. You're going to bring that into your next marriage. You're going to show your kids that. So buying mags or spending your money on something else while I don't have the funds, are you fucking kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? Are you an expert at this? No. Then why would you let yourself pretend that you are? The people that are experts, you should let them say, hey, listen, you can either fuck a man up or sit there and hide. Why did you get in contact with us? Because you did grow some balls at one stage and say, hey, oh, look, I need some help. Hey, look, man, I'm going through a dark time. We understand that. So what you need to do is take the next step and the next step and the next step, and be around people that have been there, be around real people that we can lock arms with and say, Les, look, I'm not going to tell you what you want me to tell you or what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I'm going to tell you what's going to shift you. You can either say, well, this guy's pretty aggressive, while this guy's a meathead, while this guy's whatever, or you can listen. It can give you a kick in the ass in the right direction and you can change your life. Or you can say, well, look, I've got self-sabotage, but Christmas is coming. I need to buy the kids some presents. Okay, that is great. The kids need some presents. But you know what? Once all that goes, you're going to get smacked down on your ass and you're going to go, fuck, I should have done something before. Because that problem, that challenge, that whatever that's holding you back, that resistance, that's growing. And if you don't recondition, if you don't start to do something to get rid of that, that's still growing, man. Yeah, okay, let's focus on Christmas. Let's focus on something else. Let's take away the pain. But what I'm going to say to you people, a rude awakening is going to come and slap you across your ass and say, hey, I'm still here, but guess what? I'm even bigger now. And that's exactly what it's about. I'm even bigger now. Everyone has said, there you go. This is a really good point for Monte, and this is exactly what happened to me. 100% psychologists, and they're sincere, but they most sincerely are wrong when they just go around in circles with the clients and keeps them in pain. They will teach, leave a void. They purposely do this. Learning part of psychology, you get taught to teach, leave a void. Teach, leave a void. So they're about to teach you something, then they leave a void. And guess what? You need to come back next week, and guess what you do? You need to pay more money. They keep you in pain. Exactly, my man. Psychologists are sincere in billing you a shitload, Ante. The problem is still they haven't been through what you have been, and that is exactly right. And that is another whammy there, Kylie. Thank you for that. That is something. I get really I get so angry about this. You know what? I want to tell you another story. Just got a message from this bloke here. Some guy said to me, "Well, Lee, you know what? I don't want to. I see where you're getting at, and I don't want to invest in your products." And I said, "Okay." I said, that's okay. He goes, something that's saving lives, you should give it for free. I said, well, 80% of what I give is for free. Live streams, coaching, this and that, advice, my time is for free. But I want to tell you something. If people aren't paying in exchange, if people aren't valuing it, they will get F all value from it. I have shot myself in the foot so many times by gifting close people, coaches, so many things, people to, hey, help them out. And guess what they've done? They have shit all over my face. They haven't respected, and more importantly, and even more disappointingly, that they have gone and not got the result. Because I thought, you know what, I'm going to help them out. I'm going to give them a chop out. I'm going to give them a bit of a leeway. And guess what? They haven't valued it, so they don't value yourself. And guess what I've learned, people? The more you find and sacrifice and go and pay for something, exactly, Belinda, sorry, it's an exchange of energy. You're saying, well, I love myself enough. I have worked for this, and I'm going to make this exchange of energy and this value work as a motherfucker. Yeah? So when you don't give the exchange because you want to hold on to that, you're actually telling yourself you're no good. You're not worth it. You are. It's simple. So if you've got a scarcity mindset, if you know that obviously you got in contact, you've had 5 phone calls and you're getting on every live stream, but you're too scared to do that, you're not loving yourself. But you're not loving yourself right in that exchange. You're loving yourself in every area of your life. Look at your relationship. Look at the guys that you're attracting. Look at the women that you're attracting. Look at your workplace. Look at how you look at yourself in the mirror. Look at the false facade that you put on. That is because it all comes from you aren't wanting to better yourself because you're holding on to that. You'll spend money on fake shit. You'll spend money on stuff that it's not going to give you that exchange. But you won't spend money on saying, you know what, you've got value. I value you. But more importantly, I'm going to show you and the universe that I love myself, and we're going to have that exchange. And I said to this person, I said, well, man, you know what? And he told me he did trade Landmark. I'm like, well, you do Landmark. Well, no comment, yeah? We'll leave it there. So he goes, well, man, I'm not going to get into that. I'll just take all your stuff for free. I said, get on the stuff. If that's going to help you, then do that. But what I'm saying, man, if you don't value yourself and if you don't want to have that exchange, I want to see, how does the rest of your life look? Yeah? How does the rest of your life look? And I'm not going to say it doesn't look too bright. Yeah? Simple. You know, you don't need to be a rocket science to work that shit out. Psychologists, and they want advice. They want to advise me not to believe in the positively. I thought, what the fuck? And I just finished the session, never come back. Really? Whoa. I'd love to speak to that psychologist like that. That's how I'd like to speak to that psychologist. If they're going to say positivity, that is just fucked up. Talking about the world being suppressed. All right, we've got Donald Trump there. I'm like, all right, we're already heading to a new world order. So they're basically saying, hey guys, you know what? We're bending yous all over. We're telling you how suppressed you are. So we're going to get Donald Duck, that he's going to be put up there, and we're going to just let you know how effed the planet is right now. If we've got Donald Duck, not Donald Trump, his name's Donald Duck, yeah, because he just quacks a lot. So this is the challenge. What are we going to committing to do on the 21st of November 2016? We need to come together. We need to share this with everyone. We need to put it on our post. We need to get out to, you know, TV stations. You know, in America, I'm going to get on there. Like, that's what we're doing. We're putting our proposals out to TV stations. But guess what? People don't want to know the truth, yeah? We're going to get to a point when people are going to shut it down because, no, they don't want the truth. Let's keep people suppressed. Let's keep making $1 billion on the pharmaceutical industry. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you know anybody that we can get our message out, if you know someone that is talking bullshit, and I'm going to say something, these groups that are on Facebook and I see on YouTube, they are all keeping people in the pain. You see these people talking about it and they think like they talk about, you know, free to air, whatever these groups call themselves. And I'm like, well, hold on a second. You're creating pain. You're keeping people in pain. Oh yeah, let's talk about it. Let's go in circles. Let's just keep talking about the problem. No breakouts. Yeah, it's problem. And you know what's even worse? That other people are putting their problems in, that it's actually going to this other person's head. Well, I just didn't know I could think that fucked up. Oh, thank you. More negativity, more put it more negativity, put it on my throat. Blah, blah, blah. You're getting that full of that negativity because you're just focusing on other people's bullshit. But there is no such thing as breaking the ripple effect and putting a solution in there. So I'm sure a lot of you, as you've just said in the messages, are going through the same stuff, going through depression, are going through mental challenges, aren't 100% happy in your life. And then I'm going to say, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to just do enough? Are you willing to complain? Because I tell you what I know you're all really good at is just talking about what you don't have instead of talking about and working towards what you want. That is the difference. People will write out an encyclopedia about what's going wrong in their life. I'll go, okay, cool. What do you want? You're an A and you want to go to B. What's B look like? Well, I don't know. That's okay, but then you have to have someone that's been there that's going to lead you to B. And then we create that together. But people say, no, I don't want to. Hold on a minute. I'm confused. You've just sent me a thesaurus on all your problems and all your challenges and all your pain and breakups and suicide and all this negativity. A fucking thesaurus. Flick through the pages. And then I'm saying to you, let's go to B. What do you want in your life, man? Well, I don't know. Okay, cool. You don't know what you want to know. Then, okay, are you going to let me allow you to go and or are you going to let me change where you're thinking or help you or guide you? And to do that, that's what you want, because you've told me you're in a lot of pain. You've told me you're lost. You told me that you don't know where you're going. You don't know what's going on. Your wife's left you. You're broke. You're this, you're that. I'm feeling for you, man. I'm feeling for you. I've been there. Let's get to B. No. Self-sabotage, limiting beliefs. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. The problem with that is, the problem with that right there is, how are you expecting to change? Really, how are you expecting to change? By just freelancing and just getting on just free stuff? And the only problem with, and I know this is, it goes down to this. But someone put a knife in the 3 tires because one went flat. There you go. I love that terminology. Person will put, one tire's flat and they pop all the rest. That's exactly right. I love that, Pete. Awesome stuff, my brother. So this is the issue. If you're having problems right now, how are you expecting your life to change? Because the thing is, you might focus on something, you might get a new partner, you might get a new job, you might get something. Why do you think that it all just goes around like this? Because your programming and your conditioning and your control center, which is your brain, people, if you didn't know, is still the same. Is still operating the same. Yeah? Takes the butts out of it. And that's exactly right. People are saying, well, they want this. Well, you don't need to take action. You need to take fucking drastic, massive action to see some sort of change. People think, well, you know what? We teach and say take 2% every day. 2% is just keeping you rolling. Do you want to roll? Or do you want to fly? Do you want to just go like that, or just want to boom, get to your result? I would love to fly to my result, because I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be hit by a bus. I don't know if I'm going to fucking drop dead. You don't know. So you need to live every moment like there is fucking no tomorrow. You need to have energy. You need to have certainty. And what I'm going to say to you people is why I'm so passionate about what we do here. Why am I so passionate? I'm dripping in friggin' sweat while I'm speaking to you guys, is because coming back to Melbourne, being overseas, speaking to so many people around the world through my different courses, personal coaching, my membership site, the retreat, so on and so forth. People are in pain. But what I'm going to say, don't take your foot off the accelerator because you have a good day. That's great. Keep going. But you need to remember your focus will be occupied on, it's called a band-aid. It will be occupied on just that present moment that gives you fulfillment. Do you know what I'm saying? You start to move forward and you just start to get occupied, and that feeling smothers you. So you're concentrating on that. You're concentrating on that new partner. But what's going to happen is if life gets a bit rocky, you're going to act that same way, which is self-sabotage. You're going to Sorry, someone just called me. You are going to get angry again. You're going to have the limiting decision. You're going to have that. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to understand that you need to keep moving forward. You need to start working on yourself now to see a change. You need to start working on yourself now to start to experience change. Because if you're functioning at the same vibration, this is something that people don't understand. You're functioning, vibrating, the energy that you're putting out, the person, the universe is going to match you. And if you are so used to being that low vibration of a person and then expect to have something else, it doesn't match, because the universe will still match you on your old, stale, negative, self-sabotaging energy. Yeah? That's how you are. Like, you can pretend you can change your body. You can get fake lips, fake boobs. You can go to the gym, take steroids. You can do all this fucking fake stuff on the outside. But if you're insecure, if you're angry, if you don't have self-love, then what happens is you can't change that, because your energy is still the same, but out here is different. So the universe is only going to match what's happening in here and what you're putting out. So you're expecting to be someone different. You're expecting, oh, look at me, I'm happy. And you can see in their eyes that they're heartbroken. So this is what people think. Well, you know what, Lee? My partner left me because I'm feminine, I'm insecure, I make excuses, I'm emotionally dependent, I'm this, I'm that, I'm blah, 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 all these things. Okay, cool. All right. So you're functioning at that. That's the energy that you're giving off. So what happens is that you're functioning that, the universe is matching that, so that's the result you get. So you think that, how are you going to change it? How are you going to be able to break out of that? The way you're going to break out of that is by being that new person, is by working on yourself, by focusing on yourself. But this is the thing, is you can have a book. You can watch a podcast. You can watch a live stream. You can listen to a podcast. You can watch a YouTube. You can have any bit of information. But this is the problem. It's no such thing as an unresourceful planet. What the problem with most of the universe or most of the human beings is an unresourceful state. What you do with the information, that will make you or break you. If you haven't lived it, then how do you know how to execute it? If you haven't been there and done that, how do you know what energy to be in? If you haven't been there and done that, then what are you going to do to be able to move forward? Do you know what I'm saying? So you need to understand, people. You need to understand that information that you get, what you need a mentor, you need a leader, you need a guider, whatever you want to call it, a spiritual awakening, whatever you guys want to call it that tickles your fancies. You need someone that has been there and done that, because they can lead you. They're going to push you. They're going to put you in that identity. They're going to put you in that energy space. They are going to lead that space for you to step into on a daily basis so you can step into that identity. You are going to come up with the solution, and they're going to constantly teach it to you. Yeah, instead of, well, look, this is the answer, but then you're like, well, you become dependent on them. That is not a leader. That's a manager. A great leader will lead you to discover what you need in your life. Then they will lead you and teach you that and keep you accountable. Not, well, you know what? This is what you need, because you're spoon-fed, and then you come too dependent on the person and you don't learn it for yourself. Because when you're there by yourself, your leader, your mentor is not going to be there all the time. And what? Where are they? Where are they? You're going to fall on your ass. That's creating followers, not leaders. Damn, it's hot. I need to put the fan on. So, what I'm going to say to you people, if this is you, or you know someone in your life, you need to get him in contact with us before it's too late. If you've got in contact with me and you're still self-sabotaging, you're still procrastinating, then what? You don't want it bad enough. What are you afraid of? Do you want that, the self-sabotage? Jump. You need to jump to make a difference. You can't have what you want here if you want something else. You can't stay in this empowered, weakened state. It's actually not even empowered, this weakened state, and you want something else. Do you know what I'm saying? So you need to understand that, in life, what we talk about, we train hard to fight easy. We train hard to fight easy. I know with me, I'm always growing. But if I don't know where I'm going and how I'm going to get there, then I'm making it up. So then what I do is I get people involved that are going to get me there. I focus on exactly how I'm going to get there. I work it out and I concentrate and condition myself. But more importantly, I've got someone to say, well, Lee, you can be doing it this way. You can be doing it that way. Because what happens is we think we're going on the right path, but we're not. Yeah. And that's just our own ego. That's a lack of education. That's a lack of experience. But if you've got people that have been there and done that, that's why environment, that's why having the right coach, that's why understanding your mindset is absolutely everything. So people, let's get this mental health shit right now. Let's sort it out now. Growing a mustache doesn't do shit. Doing push-ups doesn't do shit. Going see a psychologist might help you a little bit. Seeing a counselor doesn't doing shit. Putting these groups up in the pages don't do shit. All they're doing is keeping people in the problem. Do you want to keep in the problem, or do you want to get the fuck out of it? Do you want to live a life of your dreams, or do you want to keep making excuses? Do you want to keep focusing on everything you don't have, or do you want to create everything you want and that you deserve? That is the difference. That is the difference. Do you want to keep living a life way below your potential? Because guess what? When you live a life that it's at your potential, that it's at your, you're functioning, you're vibrating, you're not just changing your life, you're changing the lives of other people that are connecting with you around the world on an energetic level. Do you understand this? You are connecting with people around the world on an energetic level without even knowing about it. You're improving people's lives around the world. You're saving lives around the world without even knowing about it. And guess what happens? You might get an inbox. You might get a message. You might get a video. You might get someone writing saying that to you. And guess what? And that's what I've had. And that's when it makes everything worthwhile. When someone says, you've saved my life, thank you, you've helped my husband, my wife, whatever, any little bit of value you get. And that's on a daily basis now. That's not significance. I know what we're doing is fucking amazing because it makes me into a better person. And the brothers that come into there, it's changing their lives. We don't need that, but that is a bonus. That is priceless. That is all the late nights and getting up early and smashing it and sitting here and sweating and putting the energy out for free. Get all the hundreds of thousands of dollars I've spent on my education is all worth it because you get that, because you have helped someone. Do you know what I'm saying? How do you find the best mentor? Do females need to have a female, or is it a case of like the person? No, it doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't need to be a female to female. It's how you connect energetically, values, belief systems, working with that person. You know, I've got 12 personal coaching clients and they're all women. Yeah, I've got more personal coaching clients that are women than they are men. Yeah, I've got, I've got some women CEOs. I've got some women that just, they just want to, take it to the next level, all different levels. And that's what it's about. But look, don't get me wrong. I'm not like this with the women. Every woman, every person, I'm on a different level. I'm on and we make a connection. That's about understanding human psychology. That's understanding NLP, vibration, matrix energetics, being in rapport with people, matching and mirroring, so on and so forth. So, that's what it's about, being a great leader or mentor. You just don't talk to everyone, but this is how I'm expressing my message. As you'll see, I go up, I go really quick, I go, visual, auditory, kinesthetic. If people understand the NLP. Visual, I'm going very quick, I'm going very hard, I'm going very strong. Auditory is hearing, so you're hearing auditory, I'm singing the words, and then you hear me, a kinesthetic. You're feeling me. And then we sit there, and the kinesthetic people go, yeah, Lee, I'm feeling you. And then you bring it back. It's VAKKAV. I unconsciously, I don't purposely do it, but that's how you hold a lot of people's attention, because everyone learns in different ways, yeah? Not everyone learns like this. They need to be quick. Some people are just introverts as well, and they want to sort of hold on to the information. You need to slow it down. You need to talk a bit more smooth, a bit more sexy. And that's what it's about, understanding how everyone learns. That's how you're going to make the best match of everybody. And then obviously being accountable and being customized to it all. So, it is hot. So guess what, guys? We need to get this message out. I want you to share it with your world, with your worlds, with your networks, with people. And guess what? If you're someone that needs a next step, then get in contact with us. So many people are getting in contact and getting great results. And the amazing thing is, they're bringing so much of their energy in. They're bringing so much value into our brotherhood, sisterhood, the different groups, online services. But these services aren't services, they're journeys. They are spaces, what we create, what you can step into on a daily basis, into your power, or into that next energy space, that you need to be to keep moving forward. That's why the accountability is so you keep evolving and keep moving forward. That's what it's about. It's not, I'm going to do an 8-week course, or I'm on a membership site, or I'm on their leadership empowerment program, or I'm doing one-on-one with Lee, so on and so forth. Everything is a step. Everything is a dance. Everything is a formula for you to keep stepping and moving forward to. And that's what it's about, people. If you're not in that, then you're making it up. Or if you're doing a job, you're getting forced, you're getting told, you're getting bullied, you're getting controlled, and what happens is your dream pops. You focus on building someone else's empire. And that's not cool. You lose your power. You lose your identity. You aren't your own boss. You're not a CEO. You're not boss man or boss lady or badass. You are just existing, and you're suppressed because you're living a life of conformity. That is the hard truth, people. You either can deal with it, you can regurgitate it and do something different, or you can digest it and let it sit there and let that pain of uncertainty, let that pain of you not functioning at you're not functioning at your best ability, eat you alive for the rest of your life. It's completely up to you. So this mental health, it's not a joke. It's not a game. We don't have time. This Mo isn't going to change shit, yeah? This push-ups aren't going to change shit either. Dingo's talking sexy work, mate. Great energy, Lee. Keep this coming. Awesome stuff. Love you, bro. Love the picture as well. Making new friends, man. So what you need to understand, that with everything that we do, we can't expect to keep doing that. We can't be in the same environment. We can't do that. We need to, I know what it takes. It's not textbook. Most of the people that relate to me, because they've been in the dark trenches, they've been suicidal, they've been on drugs, they've been affected, they've been, I don't know where I'm going to go, I'm fucking going to take my life, and I've lost my identity, I'm stopped working, I've put on weight, all this stuff. They've been there, because I've been there. And that's what it's about. And that's why we're getting real people giving real results to real people. Real people getting real results to real people. And that's what it's about. None of this facade stuff. None of, well, I've been out and that. These guys, most psychologists have come from university, been born in fucking, rich families. The rest of that, and they come through, wow, I'm going to tell you about life. I'm going to tell you about the streets. I'm going to tell you about that. Wow, really? You can't give me any advice because you've never fucking been there. All you want me to do is talk about my problem, and you're keeping me in my problem. You're keeping me suppressed. And you're seeing these other leaders that what they're doing is they're creating more followers. They're creating empires on the backs of broken, weak, and lost people. And it's simple because they're keeping people down. They're keeping people suppressed. So what I do, people, you need to send this message out. You need to send this video out to people that you love, to people that need this, to network, so on and so forth, because they need this. If you know someone that we can get our story out on a TV station, on you know, or whatever it needs to be on the radio, you send this message out to them, yeah? In America, we're about to get on the Ultimate Stage Experience. We're about to go, you know, there's an entrepreneur thing called Thrive. We're about to get up there. You know, we've been putting out our proposals to producers on, I won't say until we get it, some big talk shows out there. That's not significance. That's because we need to get this shit out. Everyone needs to know America is one fucked up, dangerous place at the moment. Fucked up, dangerous. And guess what? Australia is just behind it. Australia is just behind it, people. And it's not great. Racism, conformity, lies, drugs, all that shit, mental health. People are really struggling. We are heading for an epidemic already. We're already in it. We're already in it. We are in an epidemic where people don't know what the fuck they're doing. People's lives are getting ruined. People are taking lives. People are breaking up. It's just showing that the polarity is going all over the place. Men are women, women are men. Breakups, boom, shit, all stuff's happening all over the place, yeah? Then we've got Donald Duck that's sitting there. Well, hey, guys, I'm just telling you that we're heading down, you know, the wrong track and we're all fucked up. Do you know what I'm saying? The higher powers are saying, well, we're going to slowly trickle in and show you guys how powerless you are. We can sit here, be powerless, or we can start rising. We can start becoming awake. We can start, you know, having that evolution. We can start bringing our consciousness awareness up right now. So what I'm going to say to you all, thank you for your time. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for listening to me. But more importantly, it doesn't stop here. Now, this is hammer time. Get this message out to people. If you know anyone that will connect with what we're doing, get him in contact with us, because we are saving lives and we're doing it now because we don't have time. We don't have time. Mental health is not a joke. Awareness, it'll only give you awareness, then what's the next step? Yeah, what is the next step? Let's grow a Mo. Everyone, let's grow a Mo, because when someone sees a Mo, we know that people are killing themselves. Well, really? That is fucking fantastic. So what I'm going to say, people, that, you know, you don't have to say thank you to me, and I won't want you to say thank you. What I want to do is get this message out to people, friends, family, whoever, people in your environment that need to know about this. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it's about. We are real people getting real results for other real people. We can sit here, we can make shit up, we can sit here and fucking put our energy out and waste time. But what I'm going to say, people, this has to start now. We need to take a stand now. The uprising has begun. The epidemic of fucking bullshit has begun, and we need to cleanse it. We're the uprising. This is the epidemic. We need to fight it, yeah? Whatever it takes, total domination. We need to get it happening, all right? I'm Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode, INTL, the messenger of strength, and I've just given you the truth once again. Let's get this message out. I want to see this video go viral. I want to see it, more importantly, get in the minds of people that need it. Get in the minds of people in the dark. Get in the minds of people that are down, that are out, and bring them into a better existence and give them hope. Save lives. Even just give someone, you know, another breath of life. Give someone hope. Give someone even just a function. Put a smile on their face, and we're doing the job. But what I always say, alone, we're unique. Together, we're unstoppable. So let's get together. Have an awesome night. Let's rock it.